Peace, peace, peace. What's good, family? What's good, family? What's good? How is everyone today? Hope all is well. All is well. Got a couple of things for the table today, and I'm not gonna hold any punches. Not. I'm not. I'm coming in and I'm going in because it's well needed. It's well needed. First, I want to say to everyone, well, peace to everyone. Riri, peace. A moderator, peace. I haven't looked at the comments yet to see who's in here yet, but I'll do that later on. But I want to go straight to something while I'm waiting for people to come in and that didn't get the notification, or if they got the notification. Uh, Ashley Gonzalez. Ashley Gonzalez. Let me see if I did. I don't know if I actually was able to get her picture up, but everybody knows who I'm talking about. Ashley Gonzalez. And one thing that I have to say, let me try to get this up for those who don't know who I'm talking about. She is definitely has been in the news, and we're talking about her. And I saw the Panthers getting at her because, from what the Panthers are saying, this is something that happens there all the time. When they go to report someone, then they're met with all kinds of despair in a sense. So let's get to the bottom of this. Let's go here, okay? And I'm gonna put up some stuff while we're talking. But anyway, how's everybody doing? Let's go into the chat and see who's here. And if you're here, make some noise. Make some noise. And hold on, I think this is it right here. I think this is it. Yes. Okay. So that is it. Okay. Let me put this up. Let me put these two things up. I didn't get the video. I didn't get the video, but I was able to at least get the pictures. You guys already know, so y'all making fun of me. I know y'all making fun of me or whatever. I am with the thing. Well, anyway, it says I can't load it right now. But anyway, so what I was saying is about Ashley Gonzalez. So Ashley Gonzalez is a police officer that made some serious remarks about us online, and it went viral. That hate that she was actually showcasing is something that is not new. It's not new for her. It's not new for her family. It's not new for anything. Um, it's something that she has already said and done several times. So what I say is, imagine all of her arrests that she made under those pretenses. And so that's a very bad thing. And I want us, the hip hop community, to start investigating and come up with as much research as you can about these situations. Okay. All right. So with all of that out, I'm gonna go start straight in. And oh no, one more thing I have to say, and Riri brought to my attention was that I was using the term Summer of Soul, which is actually the movie. Um, and so I want to correct that. In 1969, it was the Harlem Cultural Festival that happened in 1969. So I just would like to correct that. I would like to correct that. Okay, so it was the Harlem Cultural Festival in 1969. Okay, so that's out the way, and now it's time to go in. So the reason why I decided to bring this to the table today is because number one thing, and this is what I guess people have on their mind for so long that they just don't know what to do. One of the things is Mario. Let me explain to you guys why I rep and I talk about Mario and the Black Spades so much. When I was little and I played the drums, and Mario was, a spade, and of course he was into music and stuff. To me, to me, not anybody else, to me, I don't know how anybody else feels, but to me, Mario was someone that came from down south with this juke sound. And when I say juke sound, meaning that he could get us together and play music that we all could have a good time. We could all enjoy that surrounding, that music. We could all vibe with that music. And for me, you know, he showed me what the essence of being a DJ was. It wasn't just being a DJ, it was being an entertainer. So no matter what, I will always rep Mario, Disco King Mario, if you will. I will always rep him, always. Number two thing is that the spades, the black spades, when I was asked, and I say asked because I even got on the phone with Guru earlier because I was so looking at some of the comments, I was just like really just pissed. But so I called Guru, and of course he answered the phone, and he told me a lot. He told me a lot, and what I have to do, why I have to be the better one. I have to be the better one. It doesn't matter what people say. It doesn't matter, who says this or whatever they say. I have to be the better one. And Guru showed me that from a kid, you know. Um, that's why I was in the Black Spades movie. That's why I was in the Black Spades movie because I was one of the first baby spades. And so just the name Baby Spades is enough to tell you that we weren't young spades and we weren't black spades. We were baby spades. Babies, because that's what we were. We were babies. And so now that happened in 70, 71. Okay, when I became a baby spade in 70 and 71. A lot of people that were so, into talking and gossiping and saying this or whatever were nowhere around in 1970 and 71 and the whole 70s. They were nowhere around. I don't even know the people that say they never met me in their whole entire life. They've never even met me. And when I tell my people that and they say, well, damn, how can somebody, just want to talk about you and hate you so much and they never even met you? Because that's what it is. So one of the things that people just get so upset about is because in 1970 and 1971 they were not there to enjoy or participate in the stuff that I saw. Like they didn't know Mario in 1970 and 71, 72, 73. They didn't know Mario. They didn't know where he was at, what he was doing, the carriage room, or anything. They didn't know none of that. But yet and still, they'll get on these things and they'll say, "Oh, he was lying," and all of this. But they were not. Ask them, well, were they there? Ask them, well, did you live in Bronxdale in 1970 and 1971 and 72? Did you live there? Do you know, for you to say that something didn't happen and you weren't there, you come years later and say, this is what happened? How can that be? How can that be? Just for anybody that knows anything about anything will tell you, well, listen, if I wasn't there around the time, then all I'm getting is what people could say or whatever, and that has to go on recollection. Simple. So I got a couple of pictures. And hold on. And I just want to show you guys. Hold on. Let me show you a couple of these pictures. Okay, well, first picture that I want to show is, I think it's this one. Yes. Okay. So the people that are talking and that said that I wasn't a spade or anything cannot say who this person is. They don't have a clue who this person is. But Bronxdale knows, the OGs of Bronxdale knows, the people that were spades know, the people that came into the spades in the early 70s know exactly who this person is. But 9 times out of 10, all the people that say they know what's going on and who was who and what is what don't know who this person is. And God rest his soul, this is Little Roy. And Little Roy and myself and a couple others were the first baby spades. So even other divisions that don't know where it started at, you ask Guru, you ask David, you ask Khalif, you ask Monk who this person is, and they'll tell you. But the people that are just saying, oh, Faze wasn't a spade or whatever, don't even know who this person is. A lot of people say to me, well, not to me, because they don't tell me to me, that they say, you probably ain't even know Bam. You didn't know Bam. Well, you know, why you think you can talk or whatever? And then I'll go to something like this. And if you look at my picture, look how young I was. And look at Bam. And, you know, another thing is that here, that's Guru. Okay? For those that don't know, that's Guru. And I guarantee you this, that the people that are talking and say this and say that will never go to this person, Guru, and ask, hey, was Faze a baby spade? You know why they won't ask that? Because Guru will tell them, Faze, my other name, was one of the first baby spades. One of the first baby spade. That's Guru right there. And once again, oh no, this is microphone check. Where's the one here? This is for the Black Spades movie. Okay. So, of course, people might know that that's Bam Bam right there, because we were at the premiere of the movie that we're in called the Black Spades documentary that I'm in. Now, the people that created this film are 100% on point, and they documented and asked many of people and did much research to find out who was who. And so, being in this movie, a lot of people were like, wow, you know, why Faze? Like, why did Faze get a chance to do this? Why did Faze get a chance to do this? I'll show you another picture of the Black Spades special screening. And the research that they came up with put me into the movie, because I was one of the first baby spades. See, one thing that is 100%, right? That there were baby spades, there were young spades, and then the black spades. And so now these people seem to think that coming into the spades in the 90s or even the 80s or the 2000s, just coming into the spades gives them the same privileges and the same experience as the people that came from the first division. And the people that learned about the spades in a later time that didn't know me and never knew who the baby spades were, they're the ones that make it their business to try to make me say, oh, I wasn't a spade, he wasn't a spade, and everything. But you gotta wonder why. Why would someone do that? Why? Why would someone go out of their way to say that I wasn't a spade? When first of all, you didn't even live in Bronxdale. So how do you know who was a spade? You didn't live in Bronxdale. And you damn sure wasn't there in 70 and 71, 72 and 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83. You weren't there. You were nowhere around. But yet and still you say that you were there to know who was a baby spade, who was a young spade, and who was the. And then these people, these same people, right, don't even know who this guy is. Now, everybody, every single person that was in Bronxdale in 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, right, know who this guy is. They do. And most likely they've talked to him or whatever. So thank God. Thank God is so good. God rest his soul. God rest his soul. But thank God that we did Michael Wayne TV recorded before he passed away a video with this guy. And in the video, he says, yes, I took Booby to go get things. Yes, anything that I had, Booby would get. And he made sure that I had it. Yes, yes, that I grew up under him. Yes, I made money as a kid that parents didn't make as a kid. And I'm not bragging about myself. I'm telling you what this pioneer, legend, whatever you want to call him, said on film. So the same person that would say that I wasn't there or I wasn't did gets it from the legend's mouth. And still try their best to make it look like I'm telling a lie. Why? Why? What does that person get from saying that I'm lying when all the proof is there? Like, all the proof is there. So many people have came and said, Booby, thank you. Thank you for doing what you did. One of those people is that guy. Now, there's a lot of events that go on. There are lots of events, Bronxdale events that go on. There's Bronxdale Day. There's all kinds of events that go on in Bronxdale, around Bronxdale. But you don't see this guy. But every single event that I did, I can show you this guy. You see those speakers behind there? That's my speakers. That's my event. And every event that I gave, this guy is there. Now, some people don't even know who this guy is. They don't. They don't know who this guy is. But yet and still, I guarantee you those same people, this guy don't know them. But he comes to every last event that I ever done. He gets there. You know who that person is? That's Mitch Blood Green. The only man I could say from Bronxdale, from anywhere, that held his own with Mike Tyson. The only man. And the problem is when I show this picture of Blood, is those people that are just, oh, FaZe is lying, FaZe is lying, and they can't go to this man and say, yo, Booby, but I can get on the phone just like Guru and call him and say, are you okay? Everything all right? How you doing? What's up? But these people are so collectively trying their best to say, I wasn't there. So if I wasn't there, right, why would this man who didn't have to come, why would he come to every last one of my events? Why? He was a spade. He showed me how to do a jab, right cross. I could show you. The last event that I had, he stood me up and started doing the moves and everything. And I had to show what the block was and all of that. Had to do that. Now, those same people that say that never had that experience. Never had that experience. Never knew what this person was doing in the 70s. Much less where he lived, or played in front of him, or went to the store for him, or anything. But yet and still, they can make their business to say, FaZe wasn't there, but yet and still, this person comes. Here, I got one for you. I got one for you. All right. Now, of course, I know everyone there. Every single person there, I know personally. I know. I've talked to. I've been with. I know. And this is the signing of Mario Sway. This is the signing. And of course, you see right next to me is the princess, of course. And so the reason why I show this picture is because number one thing is a lot of people that claim that I'm a liar and this said they were at this event when we know for a fact they were not at this event. But yet and still, why weren't you at this event? Why? And that to me, I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm going to show you something. I hope Riri is here. And I want Riri to comment on this picture right here. I want Riri to comment on this picture right here. So Riri, if you're in the comments, I'm going to go to the comments, and I want Riri to comment on this picture right here. You see, because if you can look at this picture, you can see the love and the missing, the oh my God, the memories. You can tell in this picture right here. And this is and I say, and Riri can attest to this. She can say that I'm telling it is 100% true. He was there already. This person was there already. And nobody was taking pictures of him. Nobody was saying anything. He was just cooling and relaxing in the thing. Right? True story. And as soon as I walked up and I saw this guy, automatically my heart just was like, ugh. And his heart was like, ugh. Because he couldn't believe that it was me, for number one. And he couldn't believe that he hadn't seen me in so long. And he couldn't believe that I'm the Phase, DJ Phase, that he've heard about. He couldn't believe it. And he told Riri right there on the spot, that's not DJ Phase, that's Booby. He even said Easy Al. He said, that's Booby. Since he was a baby, since he was a kid. He had records since he was a kid. He had break beats since he was a kid. This man said that. And I have a witness to prove that. And most people don't even know who he is. I guarantee those people that are, oh, Phase wasn't there, Phase is lying or whatever, don't even know who this person is. They don't. But yet and still, look at the picture. Look at the picture, how happy I was and how he was to see me. Now, people heard about him. They heard this or whatever. They heard whatever. But look at that. Look at that. And I can call him right now. Right now, I can get on the phone and call him right now. How many people, how many of these pioneers, how many people that say they know and that they was there can get on the phone and get this guy on the phone? And I could show you messages after messages since he saw me that day, how many times he called me. That guy. But obviously, if I wasn't there, how would I know this guy? How would he know me and call me by a name that people haven't called me in over 30, 40 years? Matter of fact, more than 30, 50 years. He called me by names that people haven't called me in over 50 years. I get on the phone with another pioneer just yesterday because he told somebody about me. He wanted me to DJ and bring my equipment to something. And the whole time he was calling me the name from a kid. He doesn't even, somebody will say DJ Faze to him and he'll know who it is. But he'll never call me DJ Faze. Ever. And you know who that person is? Jazzy J. I can show you on my phone right now that I just spoke to him. And that's what he said. He called me by the name that people haven't known for over 50 years. But I wasn't there. And I'm such of a liar. But they can't produce this love. They can't. They can't say that they have this type of relationship with these people. They can't say it. And so that makes them so angry. So angry. I could show you the telephone call that I made with this man today. I can show you my phone where I made the phone call to them today. Okay? I'll put out the number for those that can see what it says. But that was today. I spoke to him. Now, those people that say that I wasn't there, who wasn't there themselves, I like to see them call this person. I would love to see them call because, see, if they knew I wasn't there and they could say that I'm lying, they should be able to talk to the person that was there and say, yo, booby, right? But they can't do that. They can't. And that's what kills them. That's what makes them feel like, why booby? Why booby? I showed this before. And people that say, oh, this person doesn't know or whatever, this record, which I showed on earlier podcasts, says on my copy, it says promotional use only. This record in 1968 was released to y'all in 1968, but it was made in 1967. And I showed you guys the promotional copy, the white label. Now, that hurts people. That hurts people. And I got to get back on this here. I got to get back on this. That hurts people because I'm not supposed to have that. Just like this champagne cologne. Just like this. Said for all of those that say, "Oh, this is not, it's not real, it's not that, that's not what it is. That's not what that is." See what it is? See what that is? See, those real people, those real people that was there, no, you can't get that bottle. You can get that bottle at the end of the 80s. You can't get that bottle no more. So what am I doing with that bottle if I wasn't there? You can't get that. People know. If there's an OG that's in here, in this chat right now, I want you to comment and let them know what that bottle is and how long ago they stopped making that. They stopped making it. But all of these people that say, "Oh, FaZe is a lie," ask them, "Hey, do you got that? You got that bottle? Have you ever seen that bottle before? Do you know where that bottle was in AJ Lester? Do you know where that bottle was in AJ Lester? Nah. But they heard about it. They heard about this. They heard. But I got it right there. I showed you. It's right there. I pulled it out and show you the bottle. But yet and still, nah. FaZe wasn't there, but you have no evidence of anything saying that you were there. You have nothing to show that you were there. And how many people can ask you, were you there? And if you lie and say that you were there, and everybody knows that you weren't, what does that do for you? I got the founder, the person that created the Black Spades, tell you, yep. I got one of the DJs to tell you, she's in here, she'll tell you, no, two of the DJs, and two different witnesses can testify and say, yep. When he was a little kid, he did this. And when he was a little kid, he was on this turntable. And when he was a little kid, we put a crate there for him to put the record on the turntable. I have two different accounts. Two totally different people that were there. That they were there, they witnessed, they saw me as a little kid putting the record on the turntable in the 70s. Not the 80s, not the 90s, not the 2000s, in the 70s, the early 70s. Now, why would these big people that are in history, why would they lie? Out of the blue. I hope, like I said, I hope Reeves was there to say what Smokey said. And other people will tell you what Cool D said. The Cool D that everybody's talking about now, after we mentioned it, now they know who Cool D is. And I'm so tired of people acting like they know these people and don't know them from Adam. Everybody I ask about two of these people, I ask, do you remember them in 70s? Do you remember them in the 80s? No. No, I don't. But we knew each other, right? Back then, right? We knew, yeah, we knew each other. You can't deny that. You cannot deny that we did not know each other back then. So how would a person that just says, yo, you got two people, just say me and my boy, right? We're there. And then the person that says this goes, oh, no, you wasn't there. But both of us say, hold up, we don't even know who you are. You never met me in your whole entire life. We've never been anything close to even say who I am or who you are. I never met you in my whole entire life. Never. But the way you talk is like you knew me since I was a kid. You knew me. And that's just a lie. That's the lie. The lie is to say, one of the people said, yo, I'm 70 years old and I was there and you weren't there. 70 years old. And then on another one said that, oh, we were in class together. We were in the same class. So how many times, if I'm so young and I'm so wasn't there or whatever, how many times would you have to be left back to be in my class? Make that make sense. And this is the goofballs that I have to deal with. He said he's 70 years old. 70 years old. And he was in the class with me. But I wasn't there. 70. So you gotta be a dumbass to be left back all of those times. You gotta be some type of dummy. I mean, like, really, but you could get on the internet and text something. But you got left back over 30, 40 times or whatever. And this makes sense to you. This makes sense. When I showed the speakers, the sound system from 1969, people are still calling me saying, yo, you just tore all that up, man. They're going to be mad at you for a long time. That's what they're calling me and telling me. Because that's exposing the lie. It's exposing the lie. How you brought a sound system from somewhere when it was already here and doing this? And because I know that, and because I said that, he's lying. And I showed the proof. I showed it. I gave pictures and everything. I showed the proof. I showed the proof. And no, he's lying. And like I said, never met me in their life. But one of them probably did meet me when I moved from Bronxdale to Uptown. And see, because when I moved uptown from coming from Bronxdale, Uptown was like the country. It was like the country to me. I was like, what the hell? These people don't even know what to do. They don't know how to play. They don't know how to do nothing. They don't know how to get money. They don't know how to do nothing. And that was my mentality when I came from downtown, from Bronxdale, to move uptown with my parents. And so now, because I'm rocking stuff from Bronxdale, and I come uptown, they don't know what I'm doing. They don't know nothing about no champagne cologne. They don't know nothing about the stuff. They don't know about the polo, the Piarca there, the quarterfields and all that. They don't know nothing about that. And so because I had that, and because I was going to the gyms, and because I was doing this, and I was doing that, they hated me. And it shows today how much they hated me. They hated the fact that I come from down there and come up there, all the women, all the girls that I wanted, rocking. Hated that. Because they've been there all their life. And they didn't get the women that was there, the girls that was there. So me coming there from, it hated that. And they still, it shows. It shows now. You can look at the comments and you could see. Because anybody else in the world would be like, okay, even if I was, which I'm totally not, but if I was lying, right? What would they get out of saying, he's lying, he's lying, he's lying? Why? What would they get out of that? What would they feel that they would actually get and gain for them telling somebody else that he's lying? How would you even know that I'm lying if you wasn't just watching everything that I do, everything that I'm on, and whatever? Oh, he's on this. Oh, he's lying. Oh, he's lying. Oh, I know he's lying. He's lying. What kind of person would do that? Like, why are you so invested in trying to say that I'm lying? For what do you get out of that? Me? Psh, I don't care about you. I never looked for you. I never asked for you. I never said nothing. No, nothing. I don't care. You're nothing to me. I would never say your name. Never, because you're nothing to me. I don't care what you do, who you do, I don't care. And that's what you're supposed to feel about me. But you can't. Because you can't even sleep at night because you're worried about what I'm doing. That's a sad life. That's a sad life. That you got to worry and you got to comment and say, oh, FaZe is this, FaZe is that, FaZe for what? Is that going to make you a better person? Is that going to get you money? Is that going to, your kids are going to value this or whatever? I know for a fact that if I did that, no one would like me. They were like, yo, what is wrong with you? You need the couch. Like my man says, you need the couch. You need the couch. Because something's wrong with you. Something is really wrong with you. Like something is wrong with you. That you have to go on everything and say, FaZe is a liar, FaZe is this, FaZe is that, FaZe is this, FaZe wasn't there, FaZe. What do you get off on that? Do you need a cigarette after you've said that? You released? You're sick. You're a sick person. And the lie, just like I said. So now, think about it. These people that weren't there, right? And they claim that this is how hip hop was, and this is how hip hop was, and this or whatever, right? But then you ask them some of the simple questions. You ask other people the simple questions, like, what did you bring to the table? Because you were obviously at the table. So what did you bring to the table? Where was Phase not at that you saw, you were there and didn't see Phase? Where was that at? Because all they know is what I say. That's all they know. They can't say, yo, well, I was here and I didn't see Phase, because they weren't there. So make that make sense. Let them go and say, oh, I was at AJ Lester, and I know that Phase wasn't at AJ Lester, and I know Phase didn't have no champagne cologne, and I know that bottle you can get now. You can get that bottle now. No, the hell you can't. I give somebody right now, I give somebody some money if they can produce another Royal Band champagne bottle. Just put a picture of it. Just show it in your hand. Put it up next to your face and show that you got it. And I'll eat my words. I'll apologize. Because I know you can't do it. But yet and still, you was there and know that I wasn't there. You know that I didn't get this bottle out of AJ Lester. You was there to know that I didn't do that. You was there to know who the first baby spades were. You were there. You know Guru and you know David, and you know that Guru and David did not say that I'm a baby spade. You know this because you were right there with David and Guru. And you know this. This is how you know that I was not a baby spade, because you were right there. And you know exactly who David or Guru said is a baby spade. You know this. But yet and still, they don't know who the hell you are. They don't know who the hell you are. Nobody knew who you were. Nobody. But they know me. And they know who I am and what I did. So where's the difference? Just like the other person that said, oh, I'm 70 years old and I was there and you weren't there. You show where you was at. Show one thing, place, or whatever that you were at that you could say that I wasn't there. I can name hundreds of places. I can name hundreds of things, times, events, people that saw me, witnessed me, and saw me putting a record on the turntable. There are people that are still alive that can say, yep, right in front of 1055, right near 1085, right in the free grass. That's little Roy. That's Bobby. In the fighting fields, which people didn't even know what the fighting fields was. Didn't know. But you was there. You know. Did you know? Did you know where the Baby Spades clubhouse is? That's what I could do. That's what I could do. Now, all these people that said that I wasn't a baby spade, right? We could get another baby spade and you could tell them where the Baby Spade clubhouse was in 1970, 71, 72, 73, where the clubhouse was, because I could tell you exactly where it was. But I bet you anybody that you say was a baby spade and say that they didn't know me or whatever should be able to tell you where the Baby Spade clubhouse is. I'm glad I thought about that. Now, I'm glad I thought about that. These people with all these big mouths and all these saying I wasn't a spade and all of that stuff should be able to say, yo, well, they said that the Baby Spade clubhouse is where? Where? And I know you watching, so just throw it in the comments. Matter of fact, let me go to the comments. Because now those people that say that I wasn't there should be able to say, yo, you know what? It was right there. This is where the Baby Spades clubhouse was. They should be able to do that. Now, I guarantee you that none of them is going to say where the clubhouse was. None of them. Nobody. Because I know every last person that helped build the clubhouse was in the clubhouse and knows where just like the Little Rascals, we had a secret location. And now some of the Baby Spades are still here today. I bet you Blackjack, little young Black, knows where the clubhouse was. I bet you Mark knows where it was. I bet you that. I bet Monk knows where it was. I bet that. And so that makes me feel so good right now. Because now it makes so much sense. You knew that I wasn't a spade, but yet and still, the people that told you I wasn't a spade can't tell you, okay, well, where was the Baby Spade clubhouse? Oh my God. Oh man. Oh my God, man. Wow. Okay, let me go back up because I want to see the part where Riri said, okay, let me start saying peace to some people because I've been here for a minute. Okay, Think Tank, hello, good to be here. What's up, Think Tank? What's good? Princess Mina, yes, you're here in the building. I already gave a shout out to Riri. All right, in the building. Okay, so let's go down some. Okay. Gary's Garage, what up? Peace. Think Tech again. Yes. China Black, peace. China Black can tell you. China, oh God. I did see her apologize as well. Right, that right. Okay, that's what the Ashley, right? Okay, okay, I saw that. I'm going back up. There's a lot of comments here that I missed out because I was saying it. The Most High, peace. What's good? What's going on with you? All right. JG11, what's good? What's good, fam? Peace. He's in the building. Okay. Yes. JG said, what's up to Mina? Yes. In China. Yes. What's up? Okay. China Black. The Most High, peace, is in the building. All right. They here. They here. They here. Okay. Now, I never saw this one. Walk 1050. Hey. Okay. So, hey, walk 1050. Let's see what Rock is all about. Okay, I saw that you and Charlie Rock have had some issues. Do you think it would be possible for you guys to make restitution that would be good for hip hop? Why? Why would it be good for hip hop? By that, I'm going to answer that question really quick. Why? First of all, and I don't want to sound rude or whatever, but I would never have said anything to Charlie Rock if he hadn't had said something to me first. And then when I had to prove myself and show myself, then he blocked me. When I'm going to prove what I was saying, he blocked me. So what am I supposed to do? I'm from Bronxdale. You think I'm gonna just let somebody just talk stuff and don't just smack and just don't say nothing? Huh? And then have the nerve to say, I told you to don't say nothing. Huh? That dude, just by telling me that he told me not to say something, that's my cue to say something. I'm from Bronxdale. That's 100%. Everybody from Bronxdale know exactly what I'm saying. I got elders looking down on me and saying, Booby, what? What? You think Black Willie, you think Black Jack, you think Curly, you think Black Jerry, you think they not looking down on me and saying, yo. And so you thought I was just going to bite my tongue for that? Nah. So, yo. It didn't make no sense to me. It really did. It didn't make no sense. So that's what happened. Sweet and Sexy. Rest in peace, Roy. Oh, see, Sweet and Sexy knows who Roy is, right? And Sweet and Sexy know that Roy was one of the first baby Spades. So the people that says that I wouldn't know who Roy, I wasn't a baby Spade, know that me and Roy was best friends. We were best friends. Okay. So for the people saying my father only played in the early 70s don't know their facts. Exactly. Exactly, princess. Exactly. They don't know. And they never heard him play anything. They never heard or seen him play anything. Nothing. And just like the people that talking all the smack now, never saw Mario in 70, never saw him in 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82. Never laid eyes on him. But have so much to say about how I wasn't there. Oh my God! Mina saw the phase. I saw the film at Magic Johnson Theater. Yes, and Princess, didn't you see me in there? Didn't you say if I wasn't a Black Spade, I wouldn't have been in the movie? They made sure of that. They even didn't put a couple of the spades that were spades in the movie. So how you like them apples? Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, my goodness. Oh, man, so much. Oh, wow. Now they talk about it, Mitch Green. Yeah, that's Mitch Green. Smokey. Yeah. Oh, there you go. All right, let's put that on there. Let's put that. Okay. All right, now let's put this up. Let's see what they gonna say about this. All right, that's Smokey. He was so happy to see FaZe. All right, let's see what else he says. All right, Smokey said he knew FaZe as Booby. He didn't realize Booby was DJ FaZe. He was so happy to see FaZe. Yes, and then let's go down. Let's go down. Right. Thank you, Riri. Thank you, Riri. All right. He was genuinely so happy to see FaZe. Right. That's right. That's right. He called FaZe every name. Look at this. He called FaZe every name besides FaZe. He said, right? And that's Smokey. That's Smokey. Now, why would Riri have to say that if she didn't see it here her own thing? Why? Why? And that just, it makes me feel so good inside because people don't even know who Smokey is. All they did was hear about him. Hear about it. And then the funny thing was, like I was saying before, so nobody was taking pictures or nothing with him or whatever. And then as soon as they seen the love between me and Smokey, and they were, oh, who is that? Who is that? And then they were walking up trying to take pictures with him and everything. And that's how these clowns do. That's how these clowns do. They act like they knew somebody and they didn't know him from Adam. You had all the time to take the picture with Smokey before I got there. But how come all of a sudden now you want to take a picture of Smokey with Smokey? And that's oh my God, it makes so much sense now. It makes so much sense why these people do the comments and why they say what they say. Because they hate the truth. They hate the people are so evil and mixed up and twisted that they hate the truth. And they hate the person that brings the truth. Oh my God. Okay. 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 I was there that day. Smokey was there. He came in the car with Graham X DST. Smokey younger brother was MC for DST back in the days. Yes. Yep. 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 That's right. That's right. That's right. And I see in this chat right here, I see people that are some of the people that I'm talking about. I see that there are some people with, that's why another thing, you know, people have 20 and 30 names and no picture and all of that stuff. Why? Why? Why do they have that? Why? Oh God, this is incredible. Oh wow. Yeah, a couple of people is here, and they're here because they want to get information, and they want to, you know, they want to be able to say that I said this and I did. That's because they're here right now. Right now, they're here. Peace, Maurice Yancey. That's no life. Oh, wow. Here we go. Big up Cool DJ FaZe, one of the true creators of hip hop. Facts. Now, because Michael Jenkins said that, people are so mad right now. People are so mad, like, yo, oh, FaZe is a liar. He's a liar. He's a liar. He could not have been there. He could not have been there. He's a liar. Oh, I hate him. I hate him. I hate him. Oh God! I hit him! I hit him! He wasn't there! He wasn't there! I know he wasn't there! I know he wasn't there! Ah, oh God! I'm not. I'm not proving nothing, and I'm really not just proving nothing. But what I'm doing is that I really need to help these people because they're sick. They're really sick because you got to think. You go back and look at these comments. Look at these comments of these people and why they try so hard. They try so hard. They try so hard to get me to be like, no, FaZe wasn't there. He doesn't know. They try so hard. And that's all I'm trying to figure out. Like, why? Why do they do that? FaZe is from Bronxdale. He knows the leader of the Black of the Spades and anyone connected. Even I know that then because I'm from Bronxdale myself and my father is Disco King Mario. So on that subject, he ain't lying. I'm not. I'm not. And people can say that I was in Bronxdale for the 60s and 70s. People can say that I was in Bronxdale for the 60s and the 70s. And we have it on film, the people saying that they remember me and they remember what I was doing and they remember this and remember how bad I was and all of it and they remember me playing the drum. There's people videos saying that. So for these people that weren't there, they're going to tell the people that were there that I wasn't there. Now, how does that work? You're going to tell, you're not there. Listen, okay, we're going to put it together. We're going to just work for all. We're going to put it together. Now, the people that's commenting, right, said I wasn't there. They weren't there. They were not there. And then somebody tells them and tells everybody that I was there because they was there. And they're going to tell that person I wasn't there. So that person didn't see me. That person didn't know me. But he said, the person tell you, I know Booby. I know him was there. I was there with him. And how does that work? But they try so bad to make it feel like, oh, he wasn't there. Yeah. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, I see everybody got all these new names and everybody wants to be a part and everybody wants to know something. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. DJ FaZe, Mr. Washington, what's good, Mr. Washington? Peace. Yeah. Yeah. Gary's Garage. What's good? The guy doing all the videos says he knows everybody. Right. 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 One of the guys that doing the videos say he knows everybody and don't know nobody. Don't know nobody. And I guarantee you they're in here listening to whatever I say so they could say that that's what happened, how they know that that's what happened. And that's what it is, Gary. So you hit it right on the nail. They keep on just listening to everything. And that's one of the things. So check this out. This is so crazy. So I've been repping Mario for years. Just that, I 15 years ago or whatever or so is when I got introduced to this online. And since I've been online, all those years that other people were saying Mario or whatever, people still didn't know Mario. They didn't know Mario. They just didn't know who Mario was. So then when I get on the scene and I start explaining who Mario is and showing people who Mario is and who Princess is, then everybody starts to know who Mario, starts to talk about Mario. And then just like as a kid, people pick up things. And so now that I'm talking about Mario and we do whatever, then it becomes, oh, oh, how come Faye said talk about that? And I told y'all why I talk about it. Because Mario taught me how to be an entertainer. He taught me how to DJ. And I'll always rep him. And I was a Spade. He's a Spade. So I'll always rep my Spade brothers. He was a mentor. He was older than me. He guided me in the right things. I just told Guru I was so thankful, and Guru was just so, he was so, like he was just so happy that I still felt that way. Guru guided me. If it wasn't for Guru, I don't know what would happen. I don't know how I would have turned out. Because I was bad. We were bad. We were. And that's just facts. That's just pure facts. But Guru always gave me an encouraging word. He always told me, yo, Booby, you know better than that. Don't do that. Go to whatever. And just like today, like I said, I always tell Young Black, I'll say like, yo, you saved my life. He saved my life. There was a situation that we were in, and if we had went downstairs, I probably would have been in jail still today, right? But I wanted to go downstairs. And Young Black pulled me and said, we going upstairs. And I'm like, what the, what? But thank God that he did that, because we good. We good. And so that's why forever I'm a rapper. We boys for life, like for life. And you can't stop that. You can't stop that. That's my boy for life. From a kid. So that's what I say, people, you just these people that try their best to make me look like a liar and everything, just ask them why. Ask them why. Why? Right. That's the I had to put it out there. No, 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 no. But I knew it. I knew it. I didn't look at the comments, but I knew that this is one of those people. This is one of those people, because I never saw his name, whatever, that is in here, hear my information, to hear what I say, to say what I do, and because they're so jealous. They're so jealous. And that's a shame. Like I said, there's proof right there. It's proof. They come here just to try to make me, for what? What did they get out of that? What? They changed their name. They got to change their name and put a fake picture and all that. Why? For what? What about your life is that miserable that that's what you have to do? Ah, yeah, buddy. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, buddy. DJ Biggs, what's good? What up, fam? What's good? He's in the building. Oh my God. They come and they listen, and then they'll go back home, well, they probably home now, and they'll be like, I hate Faze. I just hate him. I hate him. Why do people listen to him? Why? Why? Ah! Oh God. Why? Why? You OGs give respect where respect is due. Biggs. Biggs is that's what's up, Biggs. That's what's up, Biggs. Real talk. All right, so I gotta get out of here. Let me find Riri. Let me find Riri join because the show's almost over. But yeah, Riri, we did this. We did this. These people, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I show and prove. You see, those people are here and they're like die to say, oh God, face this, face that. Oh, I know this. I did this. I was there. I was there. No, no, no. We know who you are. We know. We know what you want to do. We know. We know, right? Oh God! Thank you, Riri. Thank you, Riri. Yeah, man. We know that these people is just they're here, and I want everybody that's in the chat right now to when you look at the comments and you see the derogatory comments toward me, try to find who that person is, see who it is or whatever, and see what they've done and where they at, and then you'll notice how they talk that they're the same person and they got like 20. Why would you have 20 different names? Why? Or more? Why? That's the original catfish, right? That's the original catfish. They got to say they this person. They got to say they that person. Why? Why? Oh God, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. What up, Mita? Okay. All right. So that's it. Let me do this and put phase. Once people start comparing ages to try to prove you're one, I know they are on some bullshit. Exactly. Exactly. It's because number one thing is, and this is so it means so much to me that Bronxdale raised kings. Bronxdale raised kings. And Bronxdale, at a young age, Bronxdale made things, trends that people still do to today. Bronxdale did that, so I'm so happy and I'm so glad I'm from Bronxdale. I'm so glad that I knew Mario. I'm so glad that I had a chance to do. I'm just so glad. I'm so glad I knew Smokey, Cool D, Tyrone, Sinbad, Black Willie, Curly, Blood, Jerry, Black Jerry. So glad that I grew up the way I grew up. So glad I knew Guru, I knew David, I know Khalif. Khalif taught me karate. Papa Edwards taught me karate. So glad. So glad I know how to play manhunt in all three sections and could go to all three sections. So glad that I could ride my mini bike all through Bronxdale at a young age. A lot of people would have got their mini bike taken, but I never got my mini bike taken. And I rode all through behind Pathmark, Corvette's lot, all of that. I used to ride to Castle Hill. Anybody know about and in Soundview? Look at the dirt trails we had in Soundview and at Castle Hill. And I used to ride my mini bike way before people even knew what dirt bikes were. And I did that. I wore champagne. Did that. Had gold medallion. I did that. And that's because of Bronxdale. That's because of Bronxdale. So I'm forever going to rep Bronxdale. I'm forever going to rock Bronxdale. And some people just can't say that. And it gets them so upset that they can't say that. They can't say that they were there. They can't say that they were there in the 70s. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Okay, that's it for me. I gotta be out. So listen. Like I say, I wasn't gonna come back on, but this it needed to be said. It needed to be told. And so I just want you guys to watch and just watch how they do and watch how they go on other channels and talk about me and just anything. Anytime they see my name, they just want to just say something bad just to see my name. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible. Oh yes. Hey, you know what? Listen. Princess says, he's in a pic with my father. He's behind him with other people, but he's there for sure. Right? And yes, I'm right behind Mario in the picture. And when that picture was taken, a lot of the people that's talking now were nowhere around. Nowhere ever around. They were nowhere around. Don't know nothing about that picture. But yet and still they could say FaZe wasn't there. And I'm so glad that the picture surfaced. I'm so glad. Ay. Ah. See? See? Oh man. I love you guys. I love you guys. Let me go back here to Riri. So listen. Oh man, it's getting closer and closer and closer and closer. I will be releasing the book. It's going to be closer and closer. I told you there's pre-orders. In June is going to be pre-orders, so pre-order your book. A lot of you people that has been stuck with me, stuck by my side, will be getting a free copy, and I will autograph it. If you want your free copy and you're down with us and you've been with me, yes, you will be getting a free copy of my book. And from people are telling me, are telling me already that the book should be $100 or more. They're telling me that. They're saying that the book should be $100 or more. That so many people are all over the country, all out of the country, are waiting for this book. And so you'll be one of the first people that gets the book, and I will definitely sign this book. So pre-orders for the book come out in June. You can pre-order the book. Releasing it July 7th. All right, 2026, July 7th will be the release of my book. All right. I love you guys. I love you guys. I love you guys. All right. Peace.